to Travel in a Minute extended version. Today we're going to talk about a Charisma Resort, Margaritaville Island Reserve, Riviera Maya. This is an adult-only resort with 355 rooms. The lowest room category is the King Paradise Suite, which we got while we were there just a few short weeks ago. It was very spacious. We loved the room. We loved the calming feel of the room. It had a lot of turquoise blues and just felt like you were at the beach, didn't it?
Yeah, it was great. We had a blast. It was such a beautiful resort, and I mean, ton to do there, especially for like pools and stuff like that. So it was fun.
Yeah, that's another thing. When you go to this resort, expect amazing pools. This resort is a pool-centered resort. They had 3 different pools, 2 of which had swim-up bars, which were pretty amazing. And then another pool that is kind of more like a relaxing type pool had 2 hot tubs in it. Yeah. There were also 2 pools that had in-pool loungers. To me, this was the reason I chose this resort, although I didn't really get to experience it very well. Because it was hot. So when you sign up on them, they can be a little warm. So
we went right in the middle of summer.
Yeah,
so,
we were there in July, so it was hot.
So it's if you hit on the, I call them the off months, but for them it's kind of the on months, I guess you'd say, because people here in the States, they like to take their vacations in the winter and things like that. So that's the up season sometimes. But it was, pool-wise was just phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal.
Great pools.
And I'm not typically a pool guy.
Really?
Know? Yeah, I mean,
I just want to see the ocean. I don't really care to be in it. I just want to see the ocean. And this resort is what you're looking for if you're looking for that.
It was perfect for that. Yeah.
It had the primary pool was a infinity pool. The primary pool was an infinity pool. Literally, you looked over the edge of the pool and all you saw was ocean. It was beautiful turquoise water.
And you could see the waves breaking,
yes.
And so it wasn't like you're way off in the distance or something. And you're really right there, so that was nice.
Yeah, it was really nice. We spent a lot of our time there.
Yeah.
This resort has great activities when it comes to pools. They were having pool volleyball a couple of times a day, trivia, which was really, really fun. We loved the music trivia.
Yeah, they were hitting on a lot of 80s trivia, but they did a really good mix.
Really good mix. They had English music as well as Spanish music, which was really funny because some people got the Spanish music and some people got the English music.
You could tell where people were from.
It was real balanced, yeah. This resort also has 5 restaurants. We spent a lot of our time at Land Shark Grill just because it was right there next to the beach and we loved the food. Chris had wings, I don't know how many times, every day, I don't know.
If you like wings, they're amazing. Yeah. And then they had, I'm going to show a picture of it here in a second, but they had this nacho thing.
Tower nachos, yes.
Man, it was something else.
It was really, really good.
Wow.
Thank you. Have a wide range of food. You can get anything from a burger to wings to even Mexican food. I had several tacos. I had fish tacos, and then one day I had carnitas tacos. They were really, really good.
Yeah. And that we didn't test this out, but it's like a brewery.
Yes.
So that was a kind of a cool thing. They even do tours of that.
Yes.
And so you can kind of see how they make
Land
everything.
Shark is a brewery, and it is the only brewery in Riviera Maya that's in a resort. So they kind of have the market on that aspect. There were other restaurants. We enjoyed Frank & Lola's. It was the Italian restaurant.
Yeah.
We did that on our anniversary. It was really, really good.
Really good.
They have everything from pizza to pasta. And it was very quiet, kind of romantic. It was kind of a good night for us to do on our anniversary. They also have JWB Steakhouse, which was really good as well.
You had to do reservations, I believe, for both of those.
For both of those.
You had to do reservations for both of those, and it wasn't difficult, but you had to do it maybe a few days out because make sure that when you first get to a resort, you want to make sure that if reservations are going to be required at a particular restaurant, you want to hit on that because if you don't, you're going to miss out. We initially wanted to have the steakhouse for our anniversary, and it just wasn't available.
I was okay with the way it went though.
Yeah, it turned out good. Yeah.
Yes. The next restaurant is Boathouse. So Boathouse has breakfast every morning. It's buffet style. And then a couple nights a week they have I would kind of like a dinner show. It was really, really fun. They had a Caribbean dinner show one night. Your food is still buffet, but the show was great. Show, and the food kind of goes with the theme. They had dancers, they had a singer. On the Mexican night, they had a roper. He was twirling the rope. It was a lot of fun. We enjoyed it a lot.
It's a little odd that it's not on a stage, because typically you're going to see the shows and they're going to be on the stage. This was just, they had an area that was kind of cleared out there in the restaurant. It worked well, and I don't think that they really have planned, based on what we talked to a couple of people, they don't really necessarily have plans to make a change on that. And I think because of the feel of it, I mean, I think you're Margaritaville, so a lot of the things that you're doing, it's done back and a little more laid back, not as, this sounds negative, and it's not meant as negative, but it's not everything about everything being perfect and everything just right and lined up. It's sometimes it's about the relaxed feel, and so that's part of what they were doing, and it was really nice. So the shows I thought were really good. It was fun, energetic. People seemed to get into it. The performers were really good, so that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was great. And even the days that they were gonna have those shows, they did a little taste for you at the pool. It was really, really nice. You got to see what you were going to be able to expect that night at dinner. Those nights they also had like vendors come in with things you can buy, such as jewelry and things related to the Caribbean and Mexico.
Toys and knickknacks and stuff like that. So yeah.
Yes, it was really nice as well. The other restaurant that we ate at it's basically your walk-up kind of restaurant for lunch, and it's the Chill Grill. And it was kind of like tacos, burgers, same kind of concept as Land Shark, but kind of a more relaxed Land Shark. You can sit at a table, get service. You still got service, but with the Chill Grill, but it was outside, and it was, you didn't have to clean up to go in there. You just go in your swimsuit. It was really, really nice. An area that they had next to Chill Grill that we loved to sit at, it had about 5 inches of water, maybe 10 inches. Yeah. Not much water, but then the tables were in the water. It's really, really a cool place to sit, enjoying drinks or dinner,
well, we went
or
there
when
we first got there.
Yeah.
We were waiting for a little while. And at some resorts, you got to remember they've got certain check-in time frames. And so when you first get there, be prepared. We always say make sure that you take a few things in your carry-on bag. That way you can make sure that you're able to, if you want to jump into a swimsuit or something like that, you can, because we ended up sitting for a couple of hours, I guess. Not just sitting.
Because we came in early, so check-in time's not till 3. They have to clean the rooms and everything, so make sure that you pack that extra bag so you can start enjoying pools and stuff.
And that was a great place to sit and just kind of hang out. We went and got something to drink, and it was just sitting there talking and relaxing, and
after a long
flight, it's kind of nice to sit there and chill out.
Yes, it's really nice. So basically, those are the restaurants that they have. We talked a little about the entertainment. They do have a spa. The spa it has a hydrotherapy area. I think she said it had 8 cabins for massages and treatments and things. They have a beauty salon. They do nails and things like that, but they don't do like acrylics or anything like that. Just basic, painting your nails, getting you ready for that night if you're going to JW Steakhouse. They do have a ballroom, which we found out the last day, right? We did a tour, and they do have a ballroom. So like if you're planning that destination wedding, guys, listen, they had a phenomenal sky wedding venue. It was gorgeous. So it's on the 5th floor, and it was open air. You can see the beach in the background. They do have a wedding staff that can help you decide your colors, and they different types of chairs. They have so many things to decide on. So you can have your wedding in that sky wedding area, and then your reception in the ballroom. It was really, really good to hear that they had that additional area. Now, another thing we didn't get to take advantage of, but would be great if you're doing an anniversary, honeymoon, anything like that, they did a private dining.
Yeah.
So Chris will show us some pictures. Yeah, the pool, the main pool, is connected to the 5 o'clock somewhere bar, but they have a little almost like a little island area, I guess, which is where during the day that most of the entertainment for the pool area was held, but then at night they reset it, set it up with beautiful little table settings with it's like a little TV type thing.
Special lighting, the
candlelight,
the pool's lit up.
Yeah, it's really beautiful. Chris has some pictures he's going to post as well. You can take advantage of that. It is an additional charge. I don't think I said either that Margaritaville Island Resort is all inclusive, but that particular thing is an additional charge. You will find that there are additional charges at some of the restaurants, such as Boathouse and JW Steakhouse.
If you're wanting to get like a tomahawk steak, stuff like things on that line, things that are specialty type items, you can do it. But now, like when it comes to if you're getting a sirloin, I don't remember if this New York strip where it was I got, you can order.
Those are included.
Yeah, you can order a couple of them if you wanted to.
Yes,
I think they want you to do one at a time, but but if you're going to order things, you can order multiples, and it works out good. But if you do want those special items, you do have to pay a little bit, and they're not necessarily expensive.
Yeah, it wasn't terrible.
I mean, even the tomahawk was something. I want to say it was around $80 or something, which sounds like a lot of money for a steak. It does, but at the same time, it was very, very large.
Yeah.
And so and I think that just depends on what they've got in stock.
So that, as well as the private dining, those are additional charges. Another thing that we took advantage of is most all-inclusive resorts, you have your mini bar in your room that has drinks in it. If you get preferred or diamond clubs, sometimes you'll get additional snacks in those areas. Well, Margaritaville has their own little spin on it because they want you to get what you want to drink. So they have a point system. It was a little bit tricky to figure out at first, but we finally figured it out. So you go to the
basically like a gift shop.
Yeah. I can't remember what it was called.
I don't remember.
But basically, it's a little like their version of a little convenience store. It's also the coffee bar. Anyway, so you go there, and they have all kinds of drinks, Coca-Cola products, wine, beer, any kind of alcohol you want. They even have little blenders. If you love margaritas, they have the little blenders. You can make your own margarita in your room. Now you have to pay for that as well, so that is an additional charge.
But if you like Coke Zeros.
Like
they do have a Coke Zero.
And
you can't, and everything's not a cost necessarily in there. There are things, if you want to go in and get you a brownie or get you a dessert or something like that, they have that. Probably some of the coffees were not, there wasn't necessarily a charge, but if you're going to get soft drinks and things like, or alcohol, whatever, if you're going to take that type of stuff back to your room, that's what you use your points for. And it was, for our room, I don't remember exactly what we got.
got like 1,200 points.
Yeah, but whatever it was, but you were able to.
12,000.
12,000 points, yeah. But you were able to
Yeah.
spend whatever that was, and it gave you enough to take some stuff back to the room. We got things pretty much every day, just so that you know, and at the end of the week, we were able to come in and we spent our leftover points on getting a few extra Cokes for traveling to the airport, and we also got some bags of peanuts and some chocolate and things along that line that we brought back as some gifts for the kids. And so it is enough to get what you want. Now,
if you were getting
alcohol, those may be a little more expensive. I suspect they are. And they had things that you can purchase. Not everything. You couldn't get everything for the points, but it still worked well because it's nice to be able to do that. Because one thing that's frustrating is, like, we walk in sometimes and we're, for the most part, we're in the room, we're pretty much a Coke drinker or whatever. And so, you know, I walk in there and I'm going to get a Coke or whatever, and all that's, you know, I've drank both of the Cokes or 2 or 3 Cokes, and then there's like beer and stuff like that, things that I'm not drinking. And so it doesn't really do us any good. So it's nice to get what you want.
Yeah, it's really nice to have what you want. The mini fridge did have water in it, so you don't really have to worry about water. They restock the water every day because I'm a water drinker. So they restocked it every day, and they even like leave water on your nightstand at night as well as in the bathroom for brushing your teeth. So I was able to just, like, you know, grab a cold one out of the fridge and put one in, and it was really, really nice. So water will be in your fridge, but you use your points to get whatever drinks. Or Chris got Kit Kats one night as a snack.
Snickers.
They have chips. Yeah, they have all kinds of snack things that you can do. Now, with that being said, you don't even have to use it for snacks because they do have room service. So you can order room service. You can order room service if you like. Room service will bring you Cokes, or you had brownies and Cokes brought one night. Yeah. So they will bring you whatever you want. So if you spend all your points, the point of that is don't worry about it because you're still going to have room service. You can go to the restaurant.
Well, if you time things right, if you want to keep your points and stuff like that, you can get a to-go drink anywhere from wherever you're at, and take it up to the room, and you have that, and then you've got a zillion points at the end of the week. So that works out good.
So another thing that I wanted to touch on that we didn't get to really take advantage of because we were there for our anniversary, but we were actually recovering from a move that we just made recently. So we went to bed kind of early most nights, but at night, the Land Shark Grill usually had live music, a band, or
karaoke.
Yeah, they had karaoke one night. They usually were down there till 12 or 1 at night. So that's always.
And it wasn't loud in the facility.
No, because we were in that same building, and we never heard it unless we walked to the balcony.
You could have your door open on the balcony, and I mean the where we were at, and I think it's like this for most rooms. It's pretty much you've got they're not necessarily ocean front, but they're ocean view for everything. But what was really nice, we were kind of, I won't say in the back of the resort, so we were kind of overlooking most of the ground, but the view was so nice.
Beautiful,
You had some of the things, we always check reviews and stuff like that before we go somewhere, and a lot of the ones that we had seen, this is a fairly new resort, and so we'd seen that a lot of the palm trees and things like that were not grown up. It looked brand new because everything, a lot of the plants were smaller, and the plants were nicely and neatly trimmed and everything, but it really looked great. The view was excellent. You could see the pools, and man, they went on forever, and I'll show you some pictures of those, and they are just absolutely gorgeous, day and night.
Yeah. So another thing I want to touch on is the beach. So unfortunately, while we were there, we didn't get to take advantage of the beach because a hurricane had just come through a few weeks prior and basically was washing the beach away. So they had it blocked off. You really couldn't go down there. Now, one of the employees there told us that it may look different in a few months or whatever. They are working with the government to try and do what they can do to help support the beach so it doesn't wash away from hurricanes and things, but that may be a lengthy process. So,
and that's something that you deal with at a lot of
different resorts. Yeah, hurricanes can come in and they can turn places upside down. They did have like a little pier thing that had been heavily damaged, and she said they were going to work to get that back up and running, but it was pretty much non-existent.
Yeah,
Very
but
seldom.
it really didn't matter because the pools were so good, and you could,
yes,
you know, we would lay there on the edge of the pool and just watch, and there was nothing blocking our view. It was basically just a straight shot out to the water, and so and you were watching the waves break right there, and so it was really pretty.
I did see a few people, usually later in the afternoon, go past the sign. I'm a rule follower,
Rule
so
breakers.
I'm not going to do that.
Rule breakers.
But they were able to kind of walk the beach a little bit.
It widened. There's some areas that were very narrow because it was basically just a little bit of sand, and then it gets to the retaining wall and everything. But now, as you got a little bit past the property, it did widen up, and so you can see a few people on the beaches on the way down. But for the most part, most of that area was limited.
Yes. So just note that if you're planning a trip anytime soon, that could be a problem. But for us, we are pool people, so we love the different pool. You had a different vibe at each pool. Did you feel that?
Yeah.
Each pool had a different kind of vibe, and we spent the day at kind of each one of them a little bit. But our favorite one, because we like to watch the water, was the infinity pool. It was our favorite. So overall, our reviews for this resort, we loved it. It was a thumbs up.
Thumbs up for me.
Yes, we liked the atmosphere of it. It was chill, not too quiet. And that's one thing that a lot of people have asked me when they call and ask me about all-inclusives. It's usually the men, unfortunately, they don't want to dress up. They want to. They're used to dressing up every day, probably to go to work. So they want a more chill, relaxed environment. This is the resort for you. Yes. So most all-inclusives, they want to make sure the men have slacks on, and not necessarily a button-down shirt, but a nice shirt. Yes. Not the case here. Not the case in Margaritaville. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. So they are okay if you have your flip-flops and your shorts on, men. They don't care. I personally enjoy a lot dressing up, so that's kind of what we did every night, but it wasn't the norm. Yeah, we were definitely the outcasts in that area at Margaritaville, which was okay with us because we didn't really care. But know that if you're looking for that place to just lay back and chill, you don't have to get dressed for dinner. Margaritaville is the place for you.
And it's not a loud resort, but at the same time, it's not like you're in a ghost town either.
Yeah.
There's times to where it's lively, especially around the main pool. They got music going on and stuff like that, and it's fun. But remember, no matter where you go, and this is something to understand, the people that are there, I'm not talking about the staff. The staff was wonderful, but the people that are there, they're going to be what create the guests. They're going to create the vibe or the atmosphere.
They create your atmosphere.
And because for a while, the first couple of days, really quiet.
We were there. We got there on a Monday, so usually Monday through Thursday it's kind of quiet. And then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it picks up.
When you saw different groups come in.
Yeah,
you had one group that was the first half of the week. All of them were pretty chill, pretty quiet. Now, a lot of them were maybe a little bit older, but for the most part, there were people, I guess we're old now, but it was people our age and younger and things like that, and definitely older. But then the latter part of the week, you had some that came in, still same age groups, but just much more lively.
Yeah.
And so it just depends on the people.
Yeah, and it depends on what you're looking for too. Your travel advisor that's helping you plan your trip could be able to help you with that aspect of it as well. Another thing we didn't talk about that I really love about Margaritaville is the things that they do that not any other all-inclusive does. For instance, the taco bar in the pool, the taco boat.
That was cool.
So, and each Margaritaville does it a little bit different. Margaritaville, Riviera, Maya, they have a taco boat.
Yeah.
Chris is going to post a picture, and I'm going to tell you, that's a lot of food. So we were at the pool one day, and a couple of people ordered it. It was about 8 of them.
I was going to say it was a few. It was a few couples.
There was about 8 people.
And it's not crazy expensive. By the way.
I think it's like $79.
Yeah, I was going to say it was under $100.
Yeah, it's not expensive at all. It's a lot of food. So I think there was about 8.
Well, he was going around trying to get other people to get stuff later.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. So then he's coming around trying to give everybody else tacos because they could not eat them all. It's a lot of food. But if you have your family's there and you have kids,
Now this particular one is adult,
one was,
but there are Margaritavilles that
this particular Margaritaville was adult only. So yes, if you have a group there, that is a phenomenal experience. They were taking photos. I'm sure they were posting on Facebook and Instagram. It is one thing that makes Margaritaville stand out, first of all, and then adds that little extra memorable experience to your trip. So that is, I know when I went to the first Margaritaville I ever went to in Punta Cana, that was one of the things that I was like, okay, this is you must do if you go here. Now, there was just two of us, so we were like,
Yeah, it's much more than one.
There was no way we were even putting a dent in that Taco Bell.
Well, and to be honest, a lot of times, you're snacking or, you're having, one Coke right after another or whatever you're getting. And, you're kind of waterlogged anyway, so.
But it was amazing. Chris is going to share some pictures.
I'll see if I can find the picture of you with the boats that you had at the other.
Yeah, they're a little bit different, but, and I think each resort has their own spin on it, so it's really, really a fun experience. You're not going to get the same experience if you go to a different resort, so just to let you know that. Another thing we want to discuss about Margaritaville Island Reserve is the bracelet. So you have to wear a bracelet on property. This cute little bracelet right here, it's very fashionable. It is not, I hate resorts that have bracelets, just to say it out loud, but it was not. Yes, because it usually interferes with my tan, and I don't like plastic things on. I'm not bougie, but I don't usually like it. These are very fashionable. They're lightweight. It's a little cord. They are linked with a bead that they squeeze together. It is very nice. This is also your room key, but on property, they know you're supposed to be there by this bracelet, so you have to wear it.
But also you can make purchases with it.
Yes, and charge to your room and things like that. So it is not as bad as the old bracelets used to be. It's very fashionable, and matter of fact, I still have mine on.
It's been a couple weeks.
Weeks. Yeah, it's really, really nice.
Yeah, those are great.
It's not uncomfortable at all. So they usually, if you have the plastic ones, it's rubbing you or whatever. This is very fashionable, very lightweight. I don't even know it's there anymore. So thanks for joining us today. We had such a great time at Margaritaville Island Reserve.
I gave it a thumbs up. Were you giving it a thumbs up?
Definite thumbs up. I like that brand a lot.
Yeah.
So
by the way, I want to say this. I was very leery of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was not, when you first brought up the idea about going, I was not really thrilled about it, because my first initial thought, Margaritaville, I'm thinking, man, it's just going to be a bunch of people that are stumbling all over themselves and stuff like that. That's what I had in my mind. It wasn't like that at all. It was just a nice, calm atmosphere. There were times where the music was going really well and things like that, and you had a lot of fun, but it was not I don't know that I could give a negative. And so it was really nice, and it was well done. It was a very new resort, so very clean, very well put together.
Staff was amazing.
Staff was very, very nice, and we're really good about, doing refills and things on that line. The room was always clean. It didn't have a day that we can't, so, I mean, overall it was good. The food was, really, really good. And, I only had wings like 37 times, and that was great. That's one of my favorite things. And so, yeah, it was really nice.
Yeah, I loved it. So thanks for joining us today on Travel a Minute Extended Version. Join us next time.
Later.
Bye.
Later.